blessing to have prognosko, to have foreknowledge of, not prophecy, or just to be able to take the time to study. Thank you for Shiloh, the one who is the true king on No King's Day. So good to see there was no, major violence today, no outside major. I mean, I'm sure there's still protests going on now, but it doesn't seem as if it had the effect what was all pretty much a pre-programmed event. So pretty amazing how they could get all that stuff there on the ground so quickly. It's because it was already something that they had planned well in advance. So another one of these pre-packaged Hegelian dialectus. Hegelian dialect, problem, reaction, solution. So they got a good turnout. I mean, it is good to see people will turn out for $1,000, get paid, right? Huh? It's pretty nuts. All the ads that were showing up for people to go out there and get paid to do what we saw today. So alarming, rather alarming, but not something they hadn't pulled before. So will it continue? We see more of these protests. Will people continue, or they just go back to work on Monday? So they know what they're doing. Obviously, they had this one planned. So look who paid for it, the Waltons. So majority of it, people have gone, and like those masks that were on the ground, those were all had to be from the old tram law. So puppy over here, he's taking a big old drink. So I thought I might come in here again for a minute. Free, we'll see. It's what, Saturday? Saturday. So we got some faces showing up there. We got Audrey and Jordan. What's going on with you? Are you I don't live in Alaska. I've lived in Alaska. I got a permanent fund dividend check before, but I was in the military. I was stationed in Alaska, so right up there by Russia. You go live so close to Russia, you could fart and smell it in Russia. It's so close. People think Russia and America is all the way around the world, but I'm in the high desert at Silver Rock Ranch out here. Right on. Well, that's a pretty interesting content. There's a backup channel for our other channel. We have another channel that has 21,000. This is just a little small backup channel. We're doing some work over here. So thought we'd jump over here and see what's happening on Silver's Like Gold and see what's popping off in your neighborhood. Did they have any protests in your Broadway city, your big old wide city? Yeah, but veterans are not, I'm a veteran who served as military, and what we've done for over 50 years is disgusting. So I speak up about it. Not too many will, but we're terrorists. We've been raping nations for 50 plus years with veterans like myself, and using our surfaces like what you see on the streets of this country is an apostasy. You're not supposed to use military. Posse comitatus. Military is not supposed to be on the streets used in a law enforcement capacity. People have forgotten the right of the Constitution, and they're violating it. So somebody's got to speak up, but I not many will. So most of these things are pretty contrived. It's like a game of 5D chess, if you will. Some people are very simple, like a game of checkers, one or two moves, a couple jumps, and that's about all they got. They can't get too far ahead, they not that people can't, but not the majority. So people have forgotten their past, and that's what happens. So look at that, YouTube just crushing the stream. That's all right. We're a shadow ban channel on all our channels, so we'll just keep cranking out the truth. Not too many people want it. People like to be lulled to sleep by their television or whatever box, black mirror. They like to look in their black mirror. So careful, it could blow up in your face. Remember, Israel was blowing up people with phones and pagers and solar systems. Are you off the grid? You should get off the grid. Become your own system. Become your own supply chain. Veterans, I got into mining and told them this is what you bought. Cool. Yeah, a lot of veterans, can figure it out, but there's a reason why 22 veterans generally a day take a gun and just blow their head off, because what we've done for the last 50 years is not what people see on television. Things are, like I said, what we're seeing now, this whole King's Day and no kings or whatever. It's just, it was all, they're paying people. It's going through all these different ads, different online paying people to go out there and like $1,000 to protest and cause chaos. And it's just, I don't know. Used to be a constitutional republic. Now it's a corporation. So nobody wants to talk about the corporation. So, yeah, become your own supply chain. Mine your own metals if you can. Nothing wrong with spending some dollars on some water filtration, some beans and some rice and something like that, than having the way to protect them, and then some precious metals. That's a good. It's silver's like so. What we've done is gone around and forced everybody for 50 years to pay for oil with the U.S. dollar and feed and find everybody. So nobody talks about that. I talk about it on a consistent basis because it's what helps my PTSD, if you will. So I'm not going to ever do anything stupid. You have to endure to the end. If you want to be saved, these people think you can be saved. You can't be saved. You have to endure to the end. Once saved, always saved. You know what? But anyways, I don't care what the world thinks. I care about the constitutional oath that I took and the rights of the people. And people don't want to assert their rights, then that's their own fault. Judge that shall be judged is what the word says. So I was a law enforcement officer and a prior military police in the Army, so quite have a burst in law, legal and lawful, and what's going on is neither. It's corporation, so it's not a constitutional republic anymore. That was changed back in the 1800s, so it's not new news. Kind of like the magnetic excursion that's been going on. So people in Alaska would know that, right? You get to see all that magnetism up there up at the northern, and well, if you're down there in the Antarctic in the south, but they don't let nobody go to these places because they don't want you to know what's really going on. They want you to go by the script and get told lies to your vision. And people normally get paid enough, they'll shut up. They'll be the silent majority that'll go off into the night. Be written in history as so, the silent majority, but hard to keep a veteran quiet. Most veterans, like I said, a lot of them won't sell out. And that's why a little bit different when you take a service to put your neck out for other people and take an oath to it, and then you see him violating the rights of the oath that you took. So you're going to speak up about it. So I don't like what we're doing. I think it's disgusting. We're a nation of immigrants, founded on immigrants. So burn all those American flags. If you're not flying that flag upside down, this is a corporation in distress. So burn them. I don't do flags. I didn't take an oath to a flag or a bunch of ignorant people I took an oath to the Constitution. It was a protected, God-given right, natural, organic right of the law of the land. Color of law, Black's law. I don't think most people don't even stand law. So that's all right. My first general order I took was do not quit your post until properly relieved. So there you go. There's a bunch of stupid flags in here. Wave a bunch of flags. Show what kind of an idiot you are. Waving flags. So people, it's a big game to them, you know. Red team, blue team. You know. Love to play games. So capture the flag, you know, all that nonsense. Let's see what Warp Speed said. If I see anything other than a U.S. flag, right? Get out of here. This nation is destroyed itself from within. Remember, everybody wanted cheap Chinese crap. No more industry. Yep. Sure. All the politicians. How about Manshell? I don't think you even know what a true what it is. Boom, shakalaka, baby. Woo! You don't know what a Nazi is. You wouldn't know what a Jew is either. So these people were idiots. All right, moving on. So we do lessons here. We're just using the backup channel for a country minute out here in Silver Rock Ranch, out here in High Desert Faith and Truth Ministries backup channel, and higher than a hippie in a, well, how about in a Golden Dome? Golden Dome. But that Iron Dome ain't working as good as they thought they would, was it? All that about seeing plenty of missiles get through that Iron Dome. What happened to that? That sucks, man. You think those people want that stuff, that their governments are shelling out on those people? This is ridiculous. Stupidity is what it is. War doesn't decide who's right, it decides who's left. So it's the banksters that fund them. So send the best of the children, the finest 18 to 30, right? Off to war. Kill them all, war, right? Yeah, well, whatever. They're just expendable unit like pawns. We'll just use them like war machine. Yeah, you seen it? They're pounding the snot out of Israel. And that's not Israel that it says in the book of Revelation. So I'll rebuke that Israel. It's an apostate part of this corporation with Mr. Warp Speed, the Gentile Messiah, and his buddy Job put the bite in so he can get the double viper bite fang. Get it? He came in. You knew I was a snake, like you're on the Hollow Needle channel, the tube, the YouTube. So, all right, let's stop talking about transgender. Hey, troll, you go take your she, they, them, booby Jesus somewhere else. Their God has 3 genders. Breast, yeah, breast, booby, she, let me she, they, them, boobies. Breast, beast, and man. Man, beast, and woman. Hoof, horn, and beast. Transgender, the one Trump has his house decorated with. Baphomet. Baal. Yep, Baal in the Grove. Grove is tree worship and Baal is sun worship. So Satan is 3 genders. So that's why they want you to come on by and give it a try. Kind of like Elton John, huh? Rocket Man. Never mind. It's quite silly. That's all right. We're doing work here because it needs done. So it looks like today didn't go off as well as they thought. I would think they was hoping that somebody come. Honestly, I think they were hoping somebody'd pop a shot. Because once that happens, they'll be bringing out the robots. And you heard it here first. And they already got robots out there, but they need an excuse to release some of this tech. And I'm telling you, they were really hoping again that somebody would come a little unglued, and they really poked really hard at a lot of people, and they violated people's rights again. So, you know, this is just a pounding of the old system, a crushing and then a bringing into the new. The old system is being destroyed right in front of the people's eyes, and people are like, no, Team America. So, and they're going to bring in their digital communism, social credit scoring people, and tracking, tracing everything is a digital asset. So, all tried to the block, beast chain. So, no one world religion, one world currency, or one world order. It never says that even one time. People just make up their own versions and they love it. It's the Masons. They help the program. They do their predictive programming. Remember their Hegelian dialect, create the problem, put it on the people. There's a reaction. They get to come in as the heroes to sweep up and clean up the problem they created. Sounds a little blind 11, doesn't it? They're still touching children in the airport. That's not right. I'm never going to get over that till I die. I'm going to take that to the dirt. Came from this corrupt dust, a man of the land and soul, born of this corrupt dirt, came from it. I'm going to go back to the same dirt that I came from. Everything I've ever touched and you've ever touched or had, including your family, wife, car, cat, dog, whatever, RV, it's all going to go back to the dirt. So that's I take an oath to something. I'm going to stand 10-toe till they throw me in the dirt. So not going to go down as the silent majority. Thank you for that. So got to come in here and kind of give a, and I know it's not over. There are still protests going on, and some of the best protests, that the people put on is after dark when all the fireworks start lighting up, and it just gets worse and worse and worse. So that's why they do sweep a lot of people, and we're doing what they were doing to get them out of the cities. But what's with these federal officers protecting federal buildings? Well, like none of the other buildings are worth protecting. I mean, some of the stuff they've been doing is just stupidity. Again, today I didn't see the big waving of all the Mexican flags. It's like they might have got the message that that's stupid and nobody's. Are they people really buying their nonsense that it's Mexicans coming across the border? It's not Mexicans coming across the border. There's a majority. It's 80% other than Mexicans. So people have no study in this immigration process, what's been going on for somebody's trying to escape what we've done into all these other countries, and they're going to come in here and have to have some papers to come in here, and some of the people that were taking here were been here for 20 years, 30 years. I don't want to hear this crap. Been working hard, have not committed one single crime, and they were just stupid. Rebuke this nation. What we're doing is just disgusting. And they were all people. So a lot of hardworking people have been taken. And imagine if you've been here 20 years, 30 years, you have no ties to, your country of origin, and you came here and you got kids, granted me working. I was looking at a story, a guy, he has lost 6 employees that he's had working for him for a long time, many years. He had a personal relationship with these guys, and they produced, money for this economy and worked hard. And like I said, he lost 6 of his friends, like 6 of his brothers for his workforce. It's literally going to probably put him out of business. An American business is going to get lost over. Many of these people have been here a long time. That's what I'm saying. It's ridiculous the way that they, I understand if they're taking people who have crimes and stuff, because that's what the whole idea was to get people out of here. They let, how many Venezuelans did they let in here? Not Mexicans. Okay. Let out all those. Remember, Trump was saying, hey, we emptied out all the prisons. We're going to ship Americans over there. Everybody just forgets so quickly on all these things that are said so fast to So I don't like what I'm seeing, and I know that it. Hopefully it's a blessing. Hopefully it'll go off the rest of the night. Nothing will happen. Most people go home. They'll sweep people up. They'll put them in jail, whatever it is, and nobody will get shot. And no police will get shot. No federal, they got the Marines on the frickin' streets of America. I hate this country now. I rebuke this country putting veterans on the streets, military on the streets. I'm not going to even go there. There is military in other countries, guys, but not in this country. We're not supposed to, posse comitatus, not supposed to be used as a law enforcement capacity. So what has been going on hasn't been done since the 60s, since I think it was Martin Luther King protest or something. This is getting, they're not done. I know even if this goes off without a hitch or whatever, they're not done. They still have to put this thing in action. They got a weakened magnetosphere. The magnetosphere's failed, and nobody wants to talk about it. All these auroras we've been seeing is crushing the records that, 2023 smashed the record. So, isn't that ironic? 923. So, well, it is what it is. That's not the same thing, but I just think it's rather, there's a similarity only by number, but not it doesn't the same event. But once again, an old event, been happening since the 1800s. Many things have been going on for. Remember, he made this covenant 2,600 years ago with his bride. Well, he divorced, and he made a new covenant. Sorry, I gotta move that over there. This charger's not sitting right. Ruined my last charger cord, so. This is not, that's thousands of years ago. So people have lost, remember they changed this into a corporation in the 1800s. That's a long time ago. This isn't new. It's not new that this is, they say King's Day. Well, kings are corporation, like serfdom. So that's what I brought up, this executive order, 11004 in the heading of the 923 executive orders that Barry, birth is his name Barry, not Barack Obama. His name wasn't Barack. He was not. That's oh my gosh, that's the society I live in. That Manshell and Barry, Reggie, not Michael, Reggie, but either way, it don't matter. It's all Adam's apples to me. So, yeah. Most of them, look, you don't even have to just do comparison by body structure size. We're not structured the same. So, oh man, what a tobacconery. But I'm thankful, Father, it's at least through the day. We'll see. Hopefully we can make it through the night on these No Kings protest, and nobody will get shot, and other than by rubber bullets or some tear gas or something like that, and it'll go off without a hitch, and they won't get what they were hoping for. Like I said, hoping they get some loose cannon to come out there and start popping shots. Then that gives them the reason to accelerate this even further. So what I see is, people exercising the right of, protest, peaceful protests, free speech, peacefully assemble. These are all things that you have the right under your First Amendment. So nothing wrong with it to protest. I think there's better ways to do it than to go out onto the streets, and because there's always going to be, they can always bring in provocateurs, to blend in. How many cops are sitting there amongst the people, looking just like the people, waiting to throw that first, water bottle to get the crowd going. Maybe it's him who jumps up on the car with the flag, to get the picture moment, so he gets all the glory, gets to go down in history. Kind of like raising the, oh my gosh, I don't even go there. Starting to feel very Japan-esque. So, eat some pretzels. So here we go. Golden Dome coming soon. Do we need the Golden Dome? The Iron Dome isn't working. You got to think that every time, if you think strategically and militarily, that every time that Iran launches one of those bottle rockets and Israel, yeah, how much oil do they put, look at like this, I'm saying, extra oil, rocket oil, how much money is wasted on each one of those Iron Dome things, and how much silver gets crushed. Remember, there's silver in all those missiles. Just getting blown up to smithereens. All right. The lifeblood of the military-industrial complex. This is what makes all these missiles do what they do. It's this metal right here. They can't let this metal get too far out of price, because then they'd have to make it a strategic metal and you couldn't have it anymore. This is why they're going to take over Mexico. See what I'm saying? Stoner, there's about anywhere from 3,000 to 5,000 on every one of these missiles that Israel's launching. So go up there and trace that missile and connect and hit that missile. Gone, blown up in the sky. No more silver. There's silver being destroyed right now. Right now. People don't care. Remember? They're quiet. Shh. They're opaque. Like ghosts, remember? The city's looking like a ghost town on a moonlit summer night. Man, sorry, I got a little crack on my voice. Oh, man. Maybe I need to do a dab. Oh. We'll spring into action there. All right. Yeah, like a ghost town. My bad. I didn't get any pipes, so Father gave me a tongue, not pipes. I mean, I can call out commands, but all right. Sorry to have to put you through my fake Garth Brooks there. That's what I go by back home, is Garth. But all right, well, maybe if I put the hat on, we could sing a little better. But that's not going to happen. That was terrible. All right. Oh man, shouldn't have done that. But okay, the lifeblood of the military-industrial complex. But silver. Save silver, save life. So yeah, but there's no planets. Stoner connection. Father didn't create any planets. You could say stars, because there's no planets in Scripture. He didn't create one single planet. We're not on a planet. Stars, sun, and moon. He said there would be signs in the stars and the sun and the moon. He created the stars. Remember, earth not below your feet. Oh, come on, stupid thing. Let's get this thing a little higher. Earth's not below your feet. You don't live on a planet. So it's the word, man. In the beginning was the Word. He just all spoken into existence. So you're correct, but there's no planets. You know that. I know, but we're for conversation's sake. You can say, whatever. Guess what? Nobody knows what they're talking about. Everybody thinks they're spinning on a block. In the third dimension. I mean a ball. Ball camp, remember? I seen this thing today. It was pretty awesome. It was a globe, right? Like a ball, like a globe, and it had water on it that was attached to it inside the level, and everywhere it was at, the water stayed level no matter kind of like we put our little image on the. It's still up there? All right, it's still up there, guys. They're still up there. Hey, you guys are going to get a treat. Here, we're going to treat. Hold on. Hey, we're off the grid. Get off the grid. Okay, tell me where you're at on the ball. Where are you at on the ball? Are you standing up on top? Are you up top? Are you in the equator? Are you down below? Is he waving at that plane? Why does that plane look like it's upside down? All right, anyways, so where are you at on the ball? Where are you at on the ball? No stoner connection. Anunnaki don't have anything to do with the gold. What do you mean? Well, maybe they do. Just don't make them fallen angels or something out of the sky. Some sky daddies. So, Anunnaki are giant, but not Nephilim. So where are you at on the ball? How are you standing? Is anybody down there in the Antarctica standing down there? So we made this illustration the other day because we just thought it'd be. I saw somebody make this, like, dude, I'm gonna draw that. That was hilarious. Hey, what's going on down there in Antarctica? Everybody put your hands down. I mean up, down, side, to the left, to the right. Look at that. Stoner standing sideways. Do people's head, does all the blood rush to their head down there? When you live down here on the ball, when you live down here on this ball, does all the blood rush to your head? When you're flying upside down in your seats, upside down, you're flying upside down around the ball because you fly around the ball, right? You're flying around the ball. Do you get a headache down there? Oh, that's why the toilet flushes the other way. All right, enough playing. Enough playing. Here, this man. Here we go. Yeah, man, jump up over there. You spell ball spinner and catch the flight coming from the Antarctic or the. Think about that, guys. Since you do disattach from, and I'm a reconstructionist, if you throw an object out the window, it's going to be going the speed that you're going to go, but it's going to start slowing down because it's not in the vehicle that you're traveling in your means of travel. So I hope you don't drive. I only travel, but I only operate in a private capacity. But like I said, if you're flying, right, and if we were spinning, come up off the ball. And it's spinning at 1,040 miles an hour. We just need hovercraft. We wouldn't need to fly anywhere. Right? Transportation is horizontal, not vertical, and they fly from there's never any adjustment from. All right, we're taking off from California. And we're going to land in Newark. If you fell out of a tree, you'd land over there, correct? If you fell off a ladder, you'd land over there, right? So, if you're come up off the earth, and I know aviation, I'm just messing with you. I mean, so how come when you throw up a ball in the air, it doesn't go that way? Are you in the gravity camp? No. Think about it. Just come up with a helicopter. Just wait for the Earth's rotation and come back down. You're telling me once that helicopter comes off of the gravitational pull of Earth or whatever, it disattaches itself from that. So if somehow the Earth is rotating, as they say, why would it need to fly to New York? Ask yourself that question. Look how tiny these are. Every one of them is tiny. But like half the size of a rolled gold pretzel. A little. Or better. Or better. How tiny that thing is. Those crunch better. Well, a little more snap to them. So, some wedding cake, nice. If you haven't used any, I don't really do dab. I only use the light rosin. It's like cold press, like the high terpene. But I've just been getting away with using flour, and I'm doing. I said my lungs are just hashed, and sometimes I can't even just eat. It's a little too much. So, thank you, Father, for good flours. It's my favorite flower that grows up out the dirt. So good and yummy. All right, stop eating pretzels. Those are good. I don't eat too many. But any words? Thanks for hanging out. I thought I'm in here, and I am pretty happy that today didn't go nice. Yeah, I like the cold pressed. I'm super, super picky about, making sure it's all high terpene. I want a high terpene. I don't care about, I want it to be as high terpene and high. Yeah, I'm just about terpenes when I can get rosin when I have. So I might not get half as much as everybody else, when they put it through the press, but mine's got the highest terpenes in it. So terpenes help I know it's some people saying, I'm telling they're part of what helped me. So we can't talk about anything dealing with the C word, kicking the can down the road. See what I'm saying? See my luck. What time is it? Yeah, about 10 o'clock, man, they start doing this. Whoa. I go through this thing about 10 o'clock and 3 o'clock. They just do whatever they do. From that tear gas, too much tear gas. So I need to get out of this country and get to Ecuador so I can go get looked at by a doctor. I'm not going to get looked at by any doctor in this American. I will die instead. So I'm not going to. But we'll see. And then I'll go get my lungs checked out. I know it's not going to be good news, but it's okay. I figure if I just keep trying to eat good and get rest and drink tons of water and try to keep my sugar intake to a minimum, I'll be all right as long as I got a little bit of flour. So, what did I get this last time? I forget what it was. I got from the farmer, the farm down there at the farm. What was it? It was a stupid name. Head mount. Head mount? I've had headband, I know you've had headband before. It's been a minute since I've had that. So this must be a very similar thing to headband, but called head mount. So anyways, it's the last flower that I've gotten. And it was good. Not too bad. As a matter of fact, I'm going to take a pause for the cause here. Hold on. Uno momento. It's always partly cloudy out here in the high desert. We're listening to that song by Tone Loc. Cheap. Uh-oh. We lost connection. We lost the whole connection. Now we're just rolling solo. Try to get me riding dirty. Try to get me riding. Oh, I can't do all the. Can't do music on YouTube or you get strikes. Don't need no strikes. They'll strike you out of here. Get out of here. You can't be singing music. Can't sing anyways, so don't worry about it. We did some singing earlier in the stream, and it was not good. Oh, man. Oh, thank you, Father, for that. Good stuff. Man, those sound like some good, clean lungs there. Well, I don't know. The old tear gas did help the lungs, but boy, some people are going to get gas tonight, huh? So hopefully people will not, do anything to get themselves shot tonight. And I'm thankful that today was, I don't think I've heard of anything nutty that went off. I've only found one cop, I guess, that was injured. So it's good that people are not, taking this to the physical side and making this something, bigger than it is, because I would think they were hoping for a lot of violence. And although you have the right to protest, there's no need to use vengeance. And so yeah, I think it was I worked most of the day, but I came in and watched some of the streamers that have a lot of video footage. They cover a lot of different well, there was a lot of protests today in a lot of different states and a lot of different cities. So I heard today that they had the Proud Boys here in Eugene, in Oregon, where I was at. I'm not in Eugene, but there was something about that. There was a pretty good showing out there. So far, hopefully I won't get off here and, I don't want to stay on here all night or anything, and relax a little bit and watch some more. I got a lot of stuff I need to, I've been thinking about maybe just retiring. So I don't know. I'm a little set back off that incident the other day of having the gun pulled on me. I'm tired of go try to buy a piece of property for the ministry and get a gun pulled on me over it. Man, I'm done buying things. I'm done selling things. I'm done doing any of that. I don't want to do none of that. That was just stupid. So, yeah, retirement sounds good. Just have one piece of land that I don't have paid off. So, just wish I could find somebody to come out here, like Kinetic or somebody, or Donald or Conrad. I don't know what his name is. Can't remember what it's Connor on the High Desert platform over there. So it's all right. Father will provide. If not, I'm not concerned. Kevin and I got this. I just don't know if I want to keep paying on that land, if I'm not going to have my son there. It's kind of the property he wanted. That's why I'm kind of hanging on to it. It's because the one he wanted. So, like I said, what a day to try to settle up this final, payment before I can start cleaning up that residence and find out if there's more people staying there. And the guy just jerked me for the money in the down, and actually went and talked to somebody else that he'd done that in the past once too before. So this guy maybe has a history doing this. So maybe I will pursue at least, getting the money down payment back that was put into the home. So we'll see. It's just, I don't know. Like I said, retirement sounds better to me. Just tool around and do things here at the ministry, and not be too concerned, and just get hyper focused on food and get down to the Ecuador so that I can be looked at and grow some amazing food. And I'm excited about trying to eat a completely organic diet. Try to have something better than box bagged and canned. I eat better than that, but just I wish I didn't ever have to eat any of it ever again. If I didn't have to eat any food from America, that'd be a super good thing for my body. Try to take care of myself at my age. I'm not 20 anymore, I'm far from 20. So, but all right, much blessings. I thank Father so much for this, this understanding that Shiloh's the one that he sent to stand before him. He's the one who holds the inheritance to the church, which is a spiritual body. It's a spiritual Israel. It's a spiritual church. It's a spiritual temple. And he's the king, man. No kings buying you know what. So Donald Trump's acting like a king because they let him. It's all a plan. It's because he's a corporation, and you're a corporate slave to the system. If you're a Russian, I make this thing work better because I can't see. There's no way to. I could make that zoom in, but I can't see the thumbs up. Oh well, it don't matter. All right, let's wrap this up. I won't keep, won't be staying on here too long tonight. Like I said, I worked all day today and started doing some building. I got a lot of things done, And again, I felt like I could have done a lot more. So maybe I'll get more done tomorrow. Try to get some more things done out here at the ministry to help provide for others later when maybe they didn't have the time or don't have the blessings, and I can share what it is that I have. So there'd be extra fish and extra bread in the baskets, if you will. Thank you, Father, for that. So, all right, let's wrap this one up. And thanks for a little bit of discussion about the No Kings Day today, because I think, again, hopefully, I think they had some bigger plans for it, and it didn't go like they planned, which is good. Which is good. So hopefully this will all end tonight with, and tomorrow, and there may be some more people. We'll see what tomorrow holds. If there are still people showing up tomorrow on the streets, then we'll know that this might not just end at the weekend. It might continue on into, next week. Hopefully, they don't have to stop doing it. They can, they're the ones controlling most of the chaos. Hegelian dialect, problem, reaction, solution. So they sell bullets and band-aids. They create these wars to make money on both sides, kind of like a stock, a derivative, a put and a stop. Or have you ever done stocks or anything like that? But anyways, it's a stock exchange, a corporation called Americant, right? It used to could. So, all right, much of blessings. Thank you to everybody who is part of this little backup channel we got going here. We got picked up a couple subscribers in the last few days we've been doing this, so good to still get the voice out there, still speak. Somebody, one person, is there anybody out there? It's okay if anybody doesn't remember. I still do it. I've been doing it for a dozen years, so it doesn't matter. I was remembering some channels again earlier today that I probably need to put some more work on some of these other little backup channels and stuff, or other channels that I have done content. Some I'm locked out. I can't get into Truth Viral, can't get into America Ever After, some of these. Oh yeah, do me a favor. Go watch Truth Viral Television. It's the oldest Truth Viral. It's got a blue logo. You see my ugly mug on there. I think it's got a flag and it's like a blue logo. It says Truth Viral Television. It's the oldest one. There's like six or seven of them, but it's like 10 years old at least, somewhere right around there. So go look at the one that talks about the 923 executive orders that Obama put out during the 44th regime administration, and tell me, go through all those executive orders and you'll see why I keep plugging this executive order 11004. It's the one that allows them to relocate whole communities and make them work, put them in Walmart work camps. So here we go. That's who funded the day today, the Waltons. So I'm sure we'll see this replay again of this 1945 ritual that I've been talking about on this platform. And so good to be able to produce it. I see it coming as plain as the nose on my face. And I didn't get a little teeny tiny nose, so that's a pretty big deal. But all right. Much blessings again. Keep your eyes single. Remember, he says the eye is the lamp of the body. And if the eye is mixed with, if the eye is not mixed, if the eye is filled, if the eye is light, then the whole lamp, the whole vessel, light or dark, oil and light, oil and water, dark and light, these things don't mix. So he tells us they must be either dark or light. So if the eye is filled with light, then the whole vessel, the whole lamp is filled with light. If the eye is filled with darkness, then the whole vessel, the whole lamp. And so they don't mix. You got to pick one way or the other, That's why I choose to speak up and not go quietly into the night and be the silent majority. So thank you, Father, for this platform to have the blessing to send the message out. So go see this executive order 11004 under the 923 executive orders. And maybe I'll try to figure out how to clip that somehow and put it up on the High Desert Faith and Truth Ministry. We'll get it up there on that channel. I'll figure out a way. The quality might not be the best, but I figure out a way to do it. So, all right. Thanks for your time today, and everybody join the stream. If you leave a comment after the video, that'd be great. Hit the thumbs up button if you come in and like the video content, the live content, and links are in the bio if you want to support the ministry in a monetary way. But time is something you can't print and can't make it, so that's more important than any monetary tie. So thanks for your time, and we'll see you on the next Silver's Like Gold live stream. Look up. Your redemption draws nigh. Pastor Revelation. Whoa.